Hey, this is Sam Black with my third match with this sealed. Won the die roll, choosing to play again. And here I have a hand that doesn't have any green mana, but I have Sungrace, Pegasus, and a Johnny. So I'll keep it even though it's a little risky. I lead with island or plains. And fail to draw green. Play Sungrace, Pegasus. Opponent plays a Welkin turn, which is annoying for a Johnny. I draw marked. I don't want to trade because my next two cards really depend on my guy, or on having a guy at least. I don't draw another land, so I'm just going to hang out. My opponent has lands but isn't doing anything, and now I draw forest. And I can play Marked by Honor, a Johnny, or Venom Sliver, and I don't want to play Marked by Honor into 4 open mana, so decide that the safest play is just to play Venom Sliver rather than exposing myself to a blood on Marked by Honor, or playing a Johnny and letting him kill it or force a trade that I don't want. If I play this in minus, then if he has any answer to this, he gets to kill a Johnny. If I play it in plus, then he takes it and then attacks. Maybe playing it in plussing is fine, but it felt like exposing a Planeswalker before I was ready to. And now he plays Avacyn, which is definitely not what I was looking to see. I draw Satyr Wayfinder, which I decided to cast because putting a Johnny or Marked by Honor in play against Avacyn doesn't seem terribly useful. I potentially could have just Marked by Honor my Venom Sliver and attacked, but don't really love where that leaves me. I think it's better to try to get up to the point where I can play Seraph of the Masses, and then hope that that can shut down his Avacyn. And then I can potentially Johnny the Seraph of the Masses. So that's kind of the line that I've put myself on. So in accordance with that, I play Seraph of the Masses, attack. Problem here is that he can attack with Avacyn if he can make any creature. The other problem is he just has a pillar for my Seraph. And now gets to hit me down to 6. And plays Haunted Plate Mail. And I don't draw a 6th land. So I'm just going to hit him for 1. And I need to play Triplicate Spirits to be able to block here. Starting to think this might have gone better if I did play the Ajani, just to buy more time. It certainly would have died at some point to Avacyn, but I might have been able to get enough value out of it to get me somewhere, although it's pretty hard to beat these 3 rares going into a long game. So now he makes a giant Avacyn, which I can either trump block or lose, and plays Welkin turn and makes a Spirit. So now I have 6 mana. I can play any of my cards, but none of them are terribly great. I play Sungrace, Pegasus, and a Johnny and pump my team. Attack. So now I can chump block Avacyn and hold off his other guys in theory, but he attacks with everything, so he probably has Sanctified Charge, but I'm low enough on life that I can't really do anything about it. All I can do is block in such a way that I at least trade with his Welkin turn. I guess that happens no matter what. So that I gain life while trading with his Welkin turn, I guess is what I mean. And he encrusts my Sliver. And now I don't have any flyers, and he has a 9-power Epicent, so I'm dead. So this is the second game, and I'm on the play. This time my hand has no white mana, and doesn't really do anything, so I mulligan, and now I have a hand with a couple of playable creatures. I've sided in the Swiftclaw against blue-white, so I keep this. Certainly looking for this kind of card. Another card I sided in, some late game power. I think I took out the I took out the Pilgrim and the Kurd Chieftain and the Mark by Honor and the Haven Pilgrim, all that stuff, just to make the deck a little more consistent and not have the enchantment in a deck against Peel and Pillar. So he plays River Marshal, I attack and play Sungrace Pegasus. He has another River Marshal. So definitely looking to end this game faster rather than slower, so that those things can't take over, but at the same time I don't really want to just take 6 and have him tap my guys and kill me. So I leave a Swiftclaw back so that if he's going to hit me for 6, he at least has to spend his mana that way. Which, even if he doesn't have another play, means he can't tap something on my next turn, so that this Charging Rhino can at least be untapped going into his turn. And I decided that, again, I'm okay with him hitting me if he's spending his time doing it, since I really do want to be racing. Which might have been wrong. It's possible that I just don't want to give him the window to 6 me here. But he isn't using his mana that way, although he is getting Oppressive Raise and stopping me from blocking, so he can attack again. If I'd left the Swiftclaw back, he wouldn't really be able to make the attack here, and it's not doing anything on offense because it's shut down by his Pilgrim. So the attack definitely worked out badly for me. Maybe I should have just taken things slow and attacked with the Sungrace Pegasus, but with no hand, I just really don't like the idea of not letting the game go along. But it's possible that I'm just underestimating the amount of power in my deck, and I should just be going long. On the other hand, he did show me a bunch of good bears last game, so I can't necessarily count on overpowering him. So I'm going to play Ancient Silverback, because it's strictly better than leaving out mana to pay for Oppressive Raise. He plays a Welcome turn, and takes the turn off from attacking so that he can tap a guy and then tap another guy. So Welcome turn's not a very good creature, but I also really want to be hitting him with this Sungrace Pegasus, even though it doesn't seem super significant. But I likely overvalue the Sungrace Pegasus here and plummet the Welcome turn. He attacks, or doesn't attack. He does not attack. And instead just plays Razorfoot Griffin, which shuts down my Pegasus. Makes me feel pretty stupid about the plummet. But I draw Triplicate Spirits, which I guess really just makes the whole plummet thing worse, as Triplicate Spirits is great against Welcome turn and bad against Razorfoot Griffin. Attack with Ancient Silverback. He blocks with Well of Essence and gains a ton of life. He attacks the Griffin, and I just take it. And he plays Avacyn again. And now things are looking really bad for me. But I draw Court of Calling, which is certainly one of my better cards. But unfortunately, as I mentioned, I had sided out my Kurd Chieftain, which is definitely the card that would be most likely to save me here. Yeah, if I could get Kurd Chieftain here, I'd actually be in reasonable shape. But I can't. But I can get Seraph of the Masses, which can potentially block Avacyn. He doesn't tap it, so clearly I block and see what he has. And it's turn to Frog, which is horrible for me. I draw Selfless Cathar, which is actually pretty good because it shuts down his Avacyn, because now I can just block out 2 spirits and sack Selfless Cathar. He taps Ancient Silverback, so I attack with Charging Rhino, because now he doesn't have the mana to prevent damage. And he just chump blocks with the Pilgrim. So now he makes a pretty surprising attack. And I can't play around anything, so I just put my guys in front and use my Selfless Cathar. And he has activate Avacyn to save his Razor Claw Griffin, which is not what I expected. This attack made no sense to me. And my guys just trade with his Avacyn. And now it almost feels like I have some chance this game, but he convokes a Triplicate Spirits, and now it's looking hard. I attack with my guys, forcing a block. He blocks both, but now his River Marshals are active. He attacks with everything but a spirit because he needs the spirit to block. I block to kill both of his River Marshals. But unfortunately, I gain 1, go to 4. He only has 3 power worth of flyers, and he has to chump block with one of them. But he plays a Sungrace Pegasus and a Path Mage, and now I'm really dead to the Path Mage. He can chump block my guys and kill me with that, and I draw something that doesn't save me. And that's the game. Pretty interesting game. I think both of us could have taken some different and possibly better lines. I really wasted the Plummet for no reason. Don't really think I could play around turn to Frog. He threw Avacyn for no reason. I'm not sure who should have won this game if we were both playing ideally, or optimally, but as we played it, he was able to win.